EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Mike Tirico in the booth with Greg Olson and Blake Grupe on the field to get this started. Off we go from Santa Clara. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
On the go.
From the shotgun, he'll throw to get this one started. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 7.
Let's go. 60 boxes, 60 boxes.
Back to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down. That's Harrison in motion. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
On the ready. Let's go now. 38-50, green.
On the ground, it's Quinshon Judkins. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Second and 5.
Here we go. 52 blue, the black. Hut, hut.
Again, it's Judkins. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Blue, 32, hey, red. Ready?
We'll try and run for the first with Judkins. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough, and they convert on third down.
So 3rd and 2, sometimes it's not about being fancy. You don't need your back to be a hero. Make sure, no matter what, pick up the yards needed, convert that first down. Now, if there's an opportunity to pop it, great. But don't try to go for the home run and bring up 4th down.
Here's a first carry for their running back. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
Right, 95. Ready.
Now, faking the give. Rolling right, it's taken in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A pickup of 21 on that connection. It's good for a Niners first down.
Back, ready. 10 play. 52 Glasgow. Hut.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
From a couple yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
Ready, ready. 33, yellow. Hey, blue. Go pink. Set, cut.
Here's Judkins. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Let's go. 60 red. 60 red. Ready.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Cougar, my team! 19 Tiger! Ready?
He'll look to throw. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. It's an Arizona first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Ready? Crack all 80!
That's Harrison in motion. They'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
60 by 6, 60 by 6. Ready?
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
19-18.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he will get into the end zone. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Arizona. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Ready, set. Here we go, set. 33, yellow. Smith, red. Ready.
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down.
First down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Watch out now. Red, 38. Ready?
Throwing now on 1st and 10. On the run to the right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds. And a stoppage here for injury. One of the Cardinals shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 6.
Set, ready. Yellow, 22. Cut.
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Third and 6.
Come on, set. 10 flat.
That's caught right side. It's Franklin. He's going to have the 1st down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10.
Chop, 17. Cut.
They'll look to throw again. This one is caught right side by Stewart. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That is a big gain for the 49ers. 31 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Yellow, go, black 40. Slide 2. Ready?
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here we go. Yellow, 43. Ready.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A throw over the middle, going to be caught by Franklin.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal.
Set, hut. 60 red. 60 red. Set.
This one caught at the 4. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
Yellow. Line. Here we go. Set. 33. Yellow. Set. Go.
They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal.
Ready. Blue. Go. Red. 38. Hut. Hut.
He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, 49ers. Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Get up. Back to 60. Back to 60. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
The drive will start on the ground, and he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Red. Cougar 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. Into space. And he will score. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Cardinals. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
Ready, yellow, blue, 52 blue. Set.
Drive starts with a run by Judkins. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
Black, 95. Set, cut.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. First down, 49ers.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
They'll run it with Judkins. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate. And that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
So, a couple of first downs will give them first and 10. They're at the 41.
Yellow, 43. Ready?
Now this time they'll look to throw. There's a screen set up for Judkins. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
From the 43, here's second and 8.
45, white. Cut, cut.
This throw left side is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 red. 22 needle. Ready.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On the give, it's Judkins. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
Ready, ready. 33, yellow. Hut, hut.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. The 49ers out for the punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Second down and 3.
70 Timberwolves. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
They'll come up to third and 3.
Go! Cowboy 80. Go!
He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
Cardinals, first down. It's a gain of 6.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
They'll stick with him again. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. That's Palmer, the man in motion. On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's caught. Trey Palmer. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15.
Come on, come on. Hey. 19, 18.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And he overhit that just a bit. Lands beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Down. Yellow, 43. Ready?
That's caught over the middle by Iomanner. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. So, 1 half in the books. 2nd half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pretty interesting 1st half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
Black, 95. White, 97. Ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. That's taken in by Franklin. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spin it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 1.
70 Timberwolves.
A give now to Judkins on the zone read. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19.
Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. The 49ers out to punt this one. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And he steps into this one, gets up a big kick, angled for the sideline. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll begin here on the ground. Hey, that's about as exciting a 1-yard run as you're going to see all game. Found a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but not much after that. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 9.
18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals. 19, 18.
Now a toss play, running left. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
3rd and long.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Set up. Ready.
He'll look to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere.
Okay, ready? Here we go, set. 50, green. Opposite, green. Check, huh?
They'll give it here to Judkins. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Here's a 2nd and 12. give up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 43. Cut.
They'll look to throw. Moving outside the pocket. And that is incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming up.
And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20.
Ready? Let's go. Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles.
And he'll get about 5. Second and 5.
60 Vikings. 60 Vikings.
Williams in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Third down, they need 5.
Ready? Cougar 19.
Williams in motion. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
At the 34-yard line.
Okay, ready?
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
Ready? 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
They'll send a tight end in motion.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
Understanding the coverage shells of cover 2 is critical, especially for the linebackers, Mike. They're responsible for those underneath zones. There is some vulnerability to this coverage unit if you don't have guys who understand their assignments. But I'll tell you what, this guy definitely was paying attention in meetings because he was in the right place at the right time, and he's able to come away with the big pick.
Yellow, 22. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's out wide to Judkins. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
Set. Black, 95.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. He's going to let this one go deep. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 37 yards.
I think that's just a coverage bust defensively, Mike. Somehow they lost track of the big tight end as he's getting vertical. By the time they realize it, he's already in position to make the play. Big time pitch and catch brings up 1st and goal.
45, White. Set.
Now, faking the give. That is hard. What a job to keep the play alive. Touchdown, San Francisco. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now they'll set up to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's right side and brought in by Williams.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now from the gun. That's caught by Hunt. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
It's not often that you see a running back be the one that the defense decides to double team in the passing game, but to me this feels like the defense was tipped off. They knew what was coming, they knew where the quarterback was going with the ball, and they were able to put a stop to this one really before it got going.
70, stand by Wolf. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Here's a run with Hunt. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Get it. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
He'll drop to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready. 70 Lions.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left.
Ready.
Now, a carry for Hunt. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
Hold ready.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down.
Lightning, 18.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 45. Wyatt.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Ready.
Quick throw, taken in. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
95. Ready.
Has his man, it's Stewart. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. That pass play good for 22. It's good for a Niners first down.
Ready. Set, hut. 50, green. Hut.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Yellow, 43. Set.
Quick throw out to Stewart. The Cardinals have got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Come on, come on. Hit. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
A run with Benson. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Ready up.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 1918.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Okay, ready? Get it. Cowboy in.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. Fourth and a couple.
Pass the 60. Pass the 60. Cougar 19.
They'll throw out of the gun. He's got his man. It's Harrison. And he's going to have the Cardinals first down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on fourth down.
I like a little bit of this risk-taking. When you found yourself with the lead in the fourth quarter, conservative wisdom says, just punt it away and let your defense win this game for you. But now after going for it on fourth down and extending the drive, they can continue to work this clock. And even if they do have to give the ball back to their opponent, they're going to get the ball back with a lot less time. So I really like that decision.
On the zone read, a give to Benson. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
2nd and 10.
Ready? 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Let go.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. And third and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. This crowd into it now as we get to third down.
Here we go. Cougar 19. Let go. Let's go.
Back to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. Oh, yeah. And the Cardinals are going to be looking at 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4. And a stoppage here for injury. One of the Cardinals shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Pass the 60. Pass the 60. Ready?
Here's a run. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal.
70. 70. Tampa Wolf.
Williams in motion.
Ready?
They'll try to run this one in. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal.
Go now. Cowboy 80. Ready?
And he's in. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Arizona. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Okay, ready?
They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Here we go. 53. Cut.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Black 40. Set.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Red 38. Set. Cut.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready?
They'll look to throw again. Moving to his right. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
It's a loss of 8.
So it's a win for the visitors, the Cardinals. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.